premature to use them. That's a quote from the chiropractic adjuster, C.E. Palmer, 1910. And maybe it is premature to use them, but that's where it came from. I started this whole thing. Before I forget, I want to thank Jim Dubell, I want to thank the board for putting on another New Beginnings. And usually I come here just because I come here. This time I came here knowing that I had to be here. People are my family, and from the time I walked in Friday, my whole life was put back on track. I thank you all for that. And was this like a spectacular beginning so far? I mean, Friday was just blowing me away, and today as well. And it's just great. What we have here at New Beginnings is nothing short of the biggest blessing in the world. I've been personally, and I think I can't speak for you, but I wouldn't be surprised if you'll agree, I've been challenged this weekend to get off my butt and get out there and reach and teach and preach the good word of chiropractic to more people. And that came from the dedication and the love of the people that are here and their willingness to put that challenge out. And so I have no doubt that we, as Kevin, also put the challenge out and double our practices in the next 5 months. And not because we need it, but because they need it. Sometimes I feel really selfish knowing that I and my family get chiropractic on a routine basis and people in my neighborhood don't. I want to change that. I'm not going to be satisfied if it was my decision that they didn't get it. Meaning I didn't somehow reach them with that message. Yes, there is a point when it's their decision not to get it. You have to accept that if that's the case. But that's after you gave them a chance and they decided no. So this is great, and what we have ahead of us is exciting. And a lot of people talk about, their comfort levels, and I'm afraid to say this, I'm afraid to say that. I thought about it a lot, and I'm going to share this with you. There's only one way to get out of that thought process of, I'm not comfortable saying it, I'm not comfortable. Remember this one thing. It's not freaking about you. It's not about me. It's about them. As soon as you take that focus off of yourself and put it where it belongs, onto the people that deserve to at least hear about this message and be told this message, you won't have that reserve anymore. It's not about you. What's the difference if they don't accept it? What's the difference if they reject it? You need to be mature enough in your understanding of what it's about to not care about that. I have a beautiful relationship with God. And, I love and respect Reggie, but when he sits there and says something about God, whatever, I don't take that personal. Reggie's entitled to his opinion. But it doesn't get me all riled up inside because I feel a connection that's mature enough in me. It doesn't matter if anybody else feels it. Then I don't care. And that's how I feel about chiropractic. I have a mature enough understanding of the truth of chiropractic. There's no wishy-washy. It's true. What it is and what it does is true to me. That I don't care if someone rejects it. They're not rejecting me. It's not about me. And you need to get that. We all need to get that. Because when we understand that, then we stop with all this fear and all this inhibition. Chiropractic would never have gotten to the point that it has gotten if it was handed off to inhibited people. There's one reason I believe in God and His providence in chiropractic, is because who in the world would have picked anybody else but D.D. Palmer to hand chiropractic to? It had to be this uninhibited, maniac, crazy man, because who else could have taken it from one chiropractor and one patient to the whole world? Look at yourself and answer honestly, if you were the one chiropractor and one patient in the whole world, could we, in fact, not die with that? Because he didn't. It's incredible that he didn't. I don't know that I could answer that question honestly, that I could have done what he did. Even knowing that it was done, if we could rewind the tape, and I already knew it was done, I still don't know if I could. It might help that I knew it happened. But it's amazing that it happened. But it took a guy who was so uninhibited, and I don't think there was any mistake that he was given chiropractic. And I say he was given chiropractic because he says he was given chiropractic. He didn't say that one day he was scratching his head and he thought this thing up. He says it was given to him. So what are we going to do? I mean, we are like, and I've heard this said so many times, but I believe it's true. We're sitting on third base and we think we hit the triple. We're sitting on third base and we didn't do anything yet. Practices were bigger in the 70s than they are now. What in the world are we doing? We're sitting on third base, driving around in whatever we're fancy cars, some of us not. Me definitely not. But, and what? Because of the blood, sweat, and tears of all those people that came before us.